Good afternoon, everybody. I'm doing a summary on the story Wildflower by Amrita Pritam. The characters in this story are Anguri, the new wife, Parvati, the husband of Anguri, and the mother of Anguri that has arthritis. Overview of the story. In this story, a guy is getting married again because his wife died, and the father of a girl is offering her daughter to the guy, even though the daughter was too young. But it was okay because the guy was gonna take years before he can marry again. But when they got married, the girl would wear weird things in her, and people would always look at her or ask her what she's wearing. But one day, a guy said to the girl that it is a sin to read books. Only city girls can do that. The setting of the story. The setting of the story is it took place in Punjabi. It is a village. In the story, the characters spend 5 years in the village because of the rites that the man must do before he can marry again, because his wife died, and the people in the village call getting married again like it's starting a new life, but it will take a long time before you can get married again. The plot of the story. Prabhati's wife died, so he married Anguri, and it took 5 years for them to get married. But in the end, some people said to Anguri that reading a book is a sin for village girls. So he questioned the guy, why? The crisis or conflict of the story. When Parvati performed the last rites to get married again, and when people started to question Anguri what she was wearing and told her that it is sin to read books as a girl, and if she wants to read books, she needs to be at the city or born at the city. The theme of this story, the message of the story, the theme of the story is that we can see the lives of people who live with traditions in a certain village or tribe. The relevance of this story is that I think the message of the story is forcing people to change themselves just because it's what other people told them they couldn't do doesn't mean they also need to change others. The author of the story. Amrita Pritam is one of the best known Punjabi authors and poets. She wrote fiction, non-fiction, poetry, and essays. She has over 100 works to her name and had been honored with some of the highest awards in the country, including the Sahitya Akademi, Bharatiya Jnanpith, and Padma Vibhushan. She received honorary degrees from many universities, including Delhi University in 1973, Jabalpur University in 1973, and Vishwa Bharati in 1987. First poem was Immortal Waves, was published in 1936 at the age of 16. She was married to a guy named Pritam Singh, an editor whom she was engaged in early childhood. In 1960, Amrita Pritam left her husband. She also said to have had an unrequited affection for poet Sahir Ludhianvi. Their life together is also the subject of a book, Amrita Imroz, a love story. She died in her sleep on October 31, 2005, at the age of 86 in New Delhi after a long illness.